This is Daniel from fitnessblender.com, and today I'm going to be taking you through a total body warm-up routine. Now, this is going to be really nice and quick. It's going to be about 5 minutes long. We're doing 10 different exercises, and we're doing each one for about 30 seconds each. So let me go ahead and get my timer started, and we'll jump right in. So our first one is going to be a push-pull. So just nice and slow, moving back and forth. You're going to press your arms out and back in. So let's go ahead and get started. So press them out, work those muscles against each other, slowly squeeze those arms back again as tight as you can behind you. Press them back forward again, roll those shoulders forward as much as you can, contracting that chest. So nice, slow, controlled motion, just back and forth, really making those muscles work against each other every single second. Just keep that motion going. Got about 10 seconds left to go until we switch on to our next one, which is going to be a high knee march. Just keep it going a little bit longer. And onto that high knee march, nice and slow. Just bring those knees up as high as you possibly can. This is less about how fast you're going and more about the range of motion. So start something relatively small and then start building into a bigger and bigger range of motion as those joints and muscles start warming up a little bit. Just keep that motion going. Like I said, start really trying to force that range of motion the further you get into this, trying to get as much range of motion out of each motion as you can. Got about 5 seconds left until we move to our next one, which is going to be an arm circle. So nice big circles with those arms. And switch it. So all the way around, nice big circle, pause the bottom, reverse it. Nice big circle back around the opposite direction. So trying to move at that maximum range that arm will allow through that entire circle. So nice and close to your chest, over your head, back behind you as tight as possible, and then reverse it. Got about 10 seconds left till we move. 5 more seconds. We've got a deep squat coming up next. Nice slow motion, but really nice deep range of motion. So down as low as is comfortable for you. If you can't go as low as I can, that's perfectly fine. Just go as low as is comfortable. You want to try to really open up those hip sockets, work on those knees, warm those knees up, as well as just kind of getting all the rest of those muscles that are supporting muscles warmed up as well. So nice big full range of motion. Start speeding that motion up just a little bit as you feel more and more comfortable as those muscles start warming up for you. And let that relax. We've got an arm circle rotation, so those arms are going to rotate as well as one leg at a time. So as you rotate out with those hands, that leg comes out, rotate in, then switch hands, switch legs that is, and back in. Just keep alternating back and forth, trying to rotate as much as you can, warm up those rotator cuff muscles, and as well as that hip joint, those hip flexors. Just nice and slow, rotating back and forth, trying to get as much range of motion as you can on each one of these as well. Let that relax. We're doing a fluid warrior next, so starting nice and straight and tall, hands up, out to one side, over and down, stretch up, back to that warrior, and back to the center. Same thing on the other side. So out, over, up, back to that warrior, and back to the center. We're going to do it one more time, really nice and quick. Out, stretch it, back to the center. All right, let's do the same thing. We're moving on to the next one, which is going to be a torso rotation. So nice and slow, rotating left to right. If you want to pick that knee up, kind of start pushing it in the opposite direction. You're trying to rotate those shoulders. Try to push that hip across. Trying to get as much stretch on that torso as possible. This isn't a quick motion. It's just a really nice tight squeeze, nice tight contraction as you rotate those shoulders left to right. Should be feeling it through that torso primarily. Good, let that relax. We're gonna move on to up and out. So nice quick motion, kind of get a little hop going with those feet. One knee comes up and over, then the other knee comes up and over. Just alternate back and forth, trying to open your hip up as much as you can, as well as bring your knee up as high as possible. Warming those calves up, warm that hip joint up. Just keep it going, nice quick motion. We're almost done, just 2 more to go. 5 more seconds on this one, then we're gonna do just a traditional boxer shuffle. So just a boxer shuffle, stand up on those toes, just keep those feet moving. Kind of slowly bringing that heart rate up. Should be starting to feel a little bit warm by now, actually temperature warm. Maybe getting a little tiny bit of a sweat going, but depends on your ambient temperature, how warm it is in the room you're in. Just keep it going. You got about 10 seconds left. You got 1 more exercise to go. It's gonna be jumping jacks. This is gonna bring that heart rate up really nice and high and get you possibly even to the point where you're starting to break a pretty good sweat. And start them up. Full jumping jack, 30 seconds. Keep those arms and legs contracted nice and tight. Nice quick motion, speed it up as you can. So even though this is a warm-up, you want to go just as slow as is comfortable for you. But if everything's feeling nice and limber, then go ahead and push it. No sense in not getting a few extra calories burned while you're doing it. 5 more seconds to go. Nice tight squeeze on all those muscles. And let it relax. All right, that is your warm-up. This warm-up is complete, so make sure you get over and do that next routine. Get that body nice and tired.